Welcome back, Saints. We've got a lot to get through today. So firstly, I did a lot of inventory management. Now that I have a storage place, it's important to keep on top of this. So I was conflicted about which activity to tackle next, whether I should build a decent house or whether I should go looking for the type of ship that I wanted. I ended up choosing to go for the ship because I figured it would probably make it a bit easier to reach other distant stars down the line. And here's one of the space stations I encountered. I tried to enter it and this happened. Yeah. Started getting bashed around from the inside of the building. I didn't want to risk it. Not dying to bugging out against the surface of a space station. That'd be a lame way to lose the account. And our restore point brought us straight back here. So, yeah, straight back into the starting map to try and find another place to go. I had no idea where I went last time, so the idea of going back there was basically zero. I could look through the star chart for ages. It truly is amazing. So we're looking for a dissonance system. It's a shame that it's a Gex system. Wow, Luigi Earth Boy 4. So I located the distant planet, jumped straight to it, got attacked by a few pirates on the way, decided not to fight them and just land on the ground. Turns out they all just left after that. So as I was flying around this planet, we spied these purple crystals that we've mentioned earlier. And we also had the opportunity to see these flag-like things. The common drop they give is inverted mirrors. We do need these, but they're not so important. Has your multi-ton starship also got trapped on the tip of a flagpole? So, another one of those flags, destroy that. Not sure what that is, but it's not what we're looking for. We'll come back if it's really important. Make sure you get all of them. I've said this before about roaming on dead planets. There's something peaceful about it. I don't mind this. It's a shame that it's nighttime. But yeah, flying around, looking for things to shoot. Oh, target. Yeah, I decided to land, let him fly by. Everyone's got to make a living and, you know, some of us have it harder than others. He doesn't need me on his case. So I found more of that, what looked like rubble from before, but I found 2 stacks of it next to each other. So I had to investigate. I didn't get much, but I think I'm missing something. Oh, sodium? Nope, apparently shooting sodium doesn't work. Ooh, they're very strange. Now I have to check these out. Okay, so these look amazing. They look really cool. This needs more lore build on it. But I don't need navigation data. Yep, we basically shoot every single flag we come across. Yeah, get some of that hydrogen while we're at it. We'll blast this one too. We finally got the item we was looking for. This is an echolocator. A curious mesh of old and new technology. A hybrid between 2 entirely separate methods of creation. Nonetheless, this location tracing device appears fully functional. Nice. Get me some big red crystals. More big red crystals. Ooh, more. Purple crystals. Or are they pink crystals? Doesn't matter. I need the radiant shards from them, and I'm going to need a lot of them. Yay, sodium. Ooh, oxygen. So a quick check of my inventory actually revealed I had 2 echolocators to use, but nowhere to use them on this planet. Time to find another dissonant star. So I pretty much got jumped for my precious cargo as soon as I arrived, but it didn't take too long. We did deal with them. Found our dissident planet. This one was a cold planet. Shot down a couple flags, but got attacked by some sentinels. Realised I was outnumbered, so I hid in the cave. So I was enjoying myself flying around, and I stumbled across a settlement. This looks really cool from this angle. Spent a bit more time flying around, and then decided to use an echolocator. Now this tells me the location of a ruined structure that will give me some really nice loot. Here we are. Oh yeah, this is why we didn't get a multi-tool earlier, because we want this one. So we came over to the terminal just close by, listened to whatever alien gibberish it wanted to give us, answered all the necessary prompts so we could deactivate the multi-tool lock and go and claim it for ourselves. Check this out. Oh, that's so much nicer. Oh, it actually looks like a useful tool. This is coming with us. And it's a B rank. And after that, we came back to the terminal to locate a dissonance spike. A very useful thing for us. Before I set off, I did the necessary upgrade and component swaps for the multi-tools. So we jumped into the radiant pillar to go investigate that dissonance spike. And behold, this is what a dissonance spike is. Each dissident star system has a unique sentinel ship, and every single one of them's beautiful. This is ours. First, we'll check if there's any salvageable data, or Pagnium, our new fuel source. I got jumped by some pirates. I genuinely thought this might be a problem. Yeah, no, I thought this was actually the end. So I did the smartest thing I could think of and hid in a hole. Once the coast had cleared, I investigated my new plane. Blessed random symbol. Got some Pagnium, some of that mysterious glass, and this Hyrulean brain. We take this brain over to one of these monoliths, and after speaking to the monolith with one of these brains, the brain calms down, becomes harmonic. Let's take it back. See, I didn't know random trading NPCs can just land anywhere. Let's see what he's got for sale. You got any nip? Here we go. Returning back to the blessed ship. We plug its brain back in with a couple of extra features. Look at all of that. So we claimed it. We spent 10 minutes moving everything we could over. Yeah, our radiant pillar can keep her shield modules. She's earned it. Here we are. Her maiden voyage. I would show you the colour and the transformation, but it was hideous, so I'm not going to. On our first flight, her rockets got destroyed, and I decided to make a very quick landing. Saw this was new for me. Had a look around this planet, on foot this time. Look at this thing, look at it, look at its face. It doesn't have one. Big yellow crystal. Yep, got the little bits too. Some floating salvaged data, whatever this is. So, we chose another star to hop to. There you go, look at the back end of this. I'm sure you understand. Here we are. Terminal system. Sure. We scanned around, found our dissonant planet, and headed straight over there. The atmosphere on this planet was so bad, at one point I was forced to make this SIP maneuver to be able to not crash into the ground. Yeah, so we had a look around, hoping things might look better. But the whole planet was this mountainous region. I did see a nuclear planet, so I wanted to check that out. But before I did, I'd check in at the local space station. We checked the trading terminal. Not much. Here's the colour, the shape of it. Blue and yellow is not for me. We remembered to get our exosuit upgrade. Hey look, I think this is merchants? I wonder if we can trade you anything. Ooh, Gek. Let's have a look. That's my salvage data. What jobs do you have in the system? Look at him. Look at them bulbous eyes. As soon as we arrived, we spot a building. We thought we'd check it out. Dirac Alpha. So we found this building, this hideous creature. I was gonna treat it nicely, then I got the option to pat it on the head. Oh, I hate Gek so much. Solved this absolute mind-bending puzzle without that goblin's help. Yeah, I didn't bother with the treasure at this point. I just hopped into the next system. We're looking for another distant planet because we need a better ship than this one. So I arrived here to a freighter battle. Well, pirates attacking a freighter. So we dealt with them and got invited to go see, well, whoever the captain of this ship was that I just saved. So I fly on over. Oh, no, we're not going to talk about how weird that looked. We ran straight over to the captain. Hello. Now the first freighter you claim is totally free, so you got to make sure it counts. We did get a look at it on the way in, and it's a cargo freighter. Now I already have a plan for what freighter I want, so I just told this guy to pay me. Yeah, I don't want any average freighter. I want a 7-segment dreadnought. So we flew over to our distant planet. Definitely had a better atmosphere. Yeah, the weather conditions seemed easier to deal with. The colour palette was nice. The clouds were nice and thin. I used an echolocator to find out where we should be going. Yeah, this seems nice. Let's have a look at the wildlife. Well, you're not super ugly. A bit strange, but not the worst I've seen. Another one of them flower creatures. I'm having one of them giant beetles. Yeah, this seems like a nice place to relax for a while.